welcome. Welcome to our new show, Dungeon Craft with Steph and Vic, where myself and Victoria here work on some dungeon crafting. So we'll be painting some minis. Victoria's working on some grid layout stuff. What is it you're working on exactly, Victoria?
I'm working on like terrain.
There we go. Terrain. That's the word that was not coming to mind.
Yeah,
But yeah, so welcome. This will be a 2-hour show. We're going until about 4 p.m. is our, roundabout cutoff time. So 4 p.m. Eastern time. So hope y'all enjoy. Yeah, and we'll just be talking as we go through here, just talking about what we're doing. I am going to be working on some minis for the Forsaken as I go.
Who are you working on today then?
Well, I kind of like to switch in between, if I have a color out, I'll use that color on the other minis that I need to use that color on.
Nice.
Rather than just focusing on one and having to worry about getting out color for them, for the other figures as I go. So I try to multitask. It doesn't always work.
How SMRT.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you're right. Absolutely. I have to switch. I have our name things wrong. I have our cameras in the wrong positions. That's totally me. That's totally my fault.
What is that TikTok video? I am you and she is me.
Yes. Yeah. We will get that fixed immediately. In fact, it is already there. So.
That would be the best. That's awesome.
Goodness.
I tried to make it easy. I didn't think about that. I guess I could always make a
No, that's fine. That's totally my fault for just not even noticing.
Funny. Yeah.
All right. Great.
I'm gonna apologize for it. You guys are funny.
It's understandable. There are so many people in the call and on the overlay. Get out of here, Barack.
What is this fantastic beverage that quenches my thirst?
Oh man.
I think Elzara's gonna die, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna apologize now. I am a collector of all things like metal and glass containers. So my paintbrushes are in a spaghetti.
Oh wow.
Thing, and I use my water cans or my coffee cans because they have lids, so I can just so I know I don't spill. So sorry everyone, you get my recycled bullshit.
How dare you?
I know.
Honestly.
I know.
I'm readjusting my painting camera so you don't see half of my keyboard there.
Oh yeah. I played with it so much this morning and I was like, well, unlike you, who you're doing a mini, so you can get zoom in. I'm doing terrain, so I was like, whatever. Everyone's gonna see my everything.
All right. So, what kind of terrain are you working on, Victoria? What?
Oh gosh. Well, I figured since it looks like we're gonna have a battle on Sunday.
Oh yes.
That I would work on a grassy terrain with a single tree.
Nice.
I did. So I'm a really
with a single tree.
With the single tree. I am a big fan of all my terrain I usually make out of recycled material or stuff I find on pavements and things like that.
Yeah.
And so I was at the Mikey's craft store and they had these things from Spring, which are these I forgot I have a second camera, so I have to hold it up. They're these they're supposed to be vase fillers, and I thought that they kind of look like giant rocks.
Oh, they do. They do. Mossy rocks.
Mossy rocks. So I thought I might throw a couple of them on there. So I'm going to use them as my color inspiration today, so I know I'm getting the color right.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. But I got to get the base coat on there first before I do anything else.
I wasn't considering that this paint box is 2 levels, so now I'm having to dig under here to find the browns that I need.
Oh.
All right, there we go.
Excited to hear how you like these new paints, the mini paints that you got.
I know. Well, yeah, and they're not like they are technically just acrylic paint, but they're supposed to be a thinner acrylic paint than like something like what's the one?
Or like my Liquitex.
Like Liquitex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I'm doing the classic. Just thin it out with water.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, I have some blending medium as well.
Oh, nice.
By Liquitex as well. Can we get a sponsorship? Is this going to be like?
Know. Yeah, maybe. What the heck? Like, I will. You know, I already use you a whole bunch, but I will use you even more. You know. I love it. I just love it because it's like a really good middle of the road. You know, it isn't like the best you can get, but it's also.
I have painted a lot of stuff with Liquitex paint,
yes.
so.
Yes. Well, that's kind of the paint they start you out with in art school. You know, like the Liquitex, and then the Prismacolor markers. Remember those were my.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I used Liquitex in art school. I think I used it after art school when I was watching my money a little bit better. In art school, like we had oh look, I'm holding this up like no one can see what I'm doing. So we need to like make room here. Well, but we had a small little, and like online shopping wasn't really, at least it wasn't in my peripheral then. So, you either had the, and really, I think the only art store in town, I think was maybe like our little art shop at the college. Unless you went it was in Columbus, unless you went, I'm sure that there were other art shops in Columbus, but like in the city proper, I didn't have a car. And so I depended a lot on what they offered at the college, like art supply store. But I think they mostly had like Winsor and Newton.
Okay.
God, I think that might have been like the cheapest they had. Like, they went for the good shit.
Yeah. Oh my God. That's the good shit. I remember because now my art schooling was a little different. I took art classes, and then when I went back to work on my interior design degree, it was at an art school, but they gave us like it was like a kit. So it had like all of the markers, the color pencils, the paints that the teachers thought we were going to need, and I just remember them. Liquitex was the one that they put in there. Because my first school that I went to, that I was doing the like minor in art, I always went to Dick Blick. I don't know. I know they're a chain,
we had Blick stuff too. Yeah. Oh no, we did have a Dick Blick in town.
Them.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right.
And I mean, all of their like their store branded stuff is great.
Yeah.
Dick Blick, could you please come to Orlando? You're in a whole bunch of other major Florida cities. Why are you not in Orlando?
Yeah, well, we definitely don't have Dick Blicks here. I mean, Michael's is like where we.
Right.
We did have a really nice art store in town, but unfortunately, it was too small. It just didn't hold up to online ordering, and closed down like I think 7 years ago around that time. Maybe 6. Yeah. How wacky will this show be once the fumes subside in? I wonder. I did put on a fan. Fingers crossed. Just wait till we have to do the top coat, like the glazes. That's when I'm gonna get real weird. Oh yeah. So what kind of like glazes do you plan on using on that? Like fixatives?
I thought I watched a couple, but this isn't the normal way that I normally do my terrain. But this was a slightly different piece of styrofoam that I had, so I thought I'd try it and we'll see. So this one's gonna be a lot of trial and error. I've got a few glazes, and I've usually like made my own washes because I'm just resourceful like that. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. It hasn't gotten weird? No, not yet. So, but how about you? Or do you have anything? What do you finish your minis off with?
Usually just with a matte.
Like a spray?
Yeah. No, I usually use a paint.
Okay.
Yeah, just a matte varnish.
Nice.
Oh, thank you for the bits, Danny.
Oh, thanks, Danny.
I'm getting paint all over my hand. These now these paints have because they have like the metal tops on them, like the metal films.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so like the things to break them open is on the top of the cap. And so when you go to close it after opening it, you have paint everywhere. So this is my life now.
Oh no.
So this is brown paint that you will see on my hands, not anything else.
Anything else, not chocolate, because we know you've given up a lot of your sweets.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I may, since I make it all, I probably have one over here. Since I make like glazes and shit from scratch, what I do is I take the old Liquitex bottles and I'll like clean them out and I'll cut the top off of them and I'll pour that glaze into the bottle and then I'll just tape the top of the bottle so then I know it has a
Look at you
glaze
being
instead.
all that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, I probably, if you really recommend it, maybe I'll switch over to the finisher as a paint instead of a spray because I've always just used the matte spray.
Oh yeah.
I'm lazy.
The only thing I use matte sprays for usually is dry media.
Oh sure.
To protect it, but yeah, I mean I always have. You just have to with the minis it's a little bit you have to of course do it very lightly.
Yeah. I think I have like an area because everything that I spray, I do spray it outside for safety, #safety. But I always do it by our pool because I don't want to go out front. So I think there's an area on our lanai where it's like you can tell things have been sprayed there. It's not like it's sticky or anything, but you're like, why is this ground a little bit more matte than the rest of the
nice.
Yeah.
We had a in our freshman dorms in college, we had on each level. No, not on each level. I think on the third and fourth level there were spray painting rooms.
Oh, cool.
Since it was an art college, and most people had to do spray painting for their foundation studies, which was their first year classes. And they were definitely cool. There was definitely very colorful. You would have some people that would kind of hang out in there a bit. But then also, as soon as you walked in, it was just overpowering of like spray paint.
That spell.
And of course, I didn't, at least maybe a couple of times used a mask, but most of the time I went in there unmasked.
No.
And
you were in college. You were just living it up. Right.
Exactly. So they were always just kind of fun, uncertain places to visit when you needed to.
Love it.
What will I find in there today, I wonder?
You're sure. So I'm actually relatively new to mini painting. I did a lot of 3D work in college, and that's what I like to do in my spare time. Not that I have very much of that anymore, but But mini painting is relatively new to me. But how long have you been mini painting?
Not very long either, honestly.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I painted my first minis last Christmas. I painted minis for we haven't done it since, of course, all of this has started happening, 2020. But I was doing like a little 2-person campaign that my mom was in.
Oh, yeah.
And so I painted a couple of minis for her character and for my friend's character who was also in the campaign. And so that was actually my first time, but they loved them. I think they turned out pretty good. I think I was a little heavy with the paint, so they were a little kind of they looked good, but you could tell that there was just a lot of paint on them.
Sure, they lost some of the detail.
Yeah. They turned out pretty okay. So this is actually I'm still fairly new myself. So.
Oh, good. Okay, so you're not like light years ahead of me.
No, I am not.
Yeah, my big thing was a lot of times when we played in person, people would get their own minis, so it wasn't like I was even if I was when I was DMing, I wasn't getting minis for other people.
Yeah.
This will be the first time I'm doing that. So really, instead of painting like all the bad guys, I would just have generic bad guys, and I would spend all my time doing terrain. So
yeah.
Yeah. So clearly, I'm not branching out very much. I mean, I know I'm trying a new technique today, so that's weird, but that's what I'm comfortable with.
Danny, all those freshmen have first. Absolutely.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we were all busy. We had to get our funds somewhere. We definitely didn't have time or the money to go out, so.
So weird. I know you're listening to music, and my music is probably because it's so different.
Right.
I almost said something about like what's playing, and I was like, "Oh,
you
she can't hear it. She can't hear what I'm hearing."
I mean, you can absolutely talk about what you're listening to, but I won't be able to relate at all.
Right.
Neither will chat. So.
Yeah, I'm on my own. On my own.
Yep.
Yes. I'm just gonna pour some water in here. We're gonna get fast and loose. There we go.
So you should have you ordered the Obsidian Scar minis yet from?
I've ordered the PDF download, like the to do the mini.
Oh, that's right. You're sending them off to someone. I forgot about that.
And I sent that email off, so they've got it, and they're looking at them. So like Ileana, because she has the wings, is considered an oversized mini. So he just has to quote it out for me, which is fine. I mean, it's still, from what I understand, it's still 30% less than what the the big box mini printers are. So I'm probably there, but he's got to give me a quote for it. So yeah, I'm really excited about it.
Woohoo!
Wow.
Hopefully no one dies and you have to
order another mini. I know.
It's okay though. We'll be fine.
Didn't even think about this. Am I gonna be like? I have chat can see it. So I have the game universe for Yeehaw game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as a game mat, and I didn't even think about putting anything down. And
oh no, you don't want to get paint all over it.
I know. I put on my apron, but didn't think about my workspace. Let's put some paper towels down. I just don't want there to be like since I cut this really rough, I just don't want there to be a spot where it like drains through the bottom.
Yeah, I hear you.
You got everything. That's funny, Danny. I haven't seen that one yet. I'll have to look it up.
Oh, that reminds me of like they have TikToks of like the whole God and Gabriel thing.
Yes,
I love those so much.
Great shot. Yes. That's a crazy idea of what is okay.
Oh, let me turn your audio up here. Hopefully Victoria wasn't too quiet, y'all. Y'all just let me know if the audio's off any.
Yeah. Although turn down means you probably wouldn't have to listen to my styrofoam noises. So yeah, depending on when they come in, I think my mini that I'm going to start on is actually, there was a Kickstarter for Dungeons and Doggos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, it's amazing. I cannot wait to run a one-shot where everyone plays Doggos. But the minis, one of them is a Mastiff. So I'm going to paint that kind of like Beans, so that Beans has his own mini instead of buying one. Nice. Like, I'll just. ASMR is the best ASMR. Well, I'm so glad. We'll have to make sure we have it every session for you.
Put it a little bit closer to the mic.
Yeah. Pull the mic down. Let you really hear me dabbing the.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, they're falling apart.
Dabbing while dabbing.
Yeah, dabbing while dabbing. Oh man, all I can think about is that that food for thought.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I keep, yeah. Oh, good stuff.
I'm trying to find like a good like layout here for myself.
Oh yeah.
To make my life easier.
So if anyone is wondering what crazy things I'm doing, I'm currently trying to get the paint in between the cuts, the grid cuts, because I realized that something you have to deal with when you're playing online versus in person is that it's harder to see the grid. So I'm trying to make the grid even like extremely obvious, so that the players can tell exactly where.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So. But actually, when I'm all done with this, I'm going to do a black wash just in the cracks, and then I'll start doing the green on top.
That's a wonderful idea.
Thanks. I actually looked online, like on YouTube, to see if anyone had any recommendations for making terrain for online games. Now that, a lot of people, and there aren't a lot of like things specifically geared towards that. So we're kind of flying with the seat of our pants. We'll see how this works, and if it works, then I'll use it later, and if not, we'll adjust.
Sometimes flying by the seat of your pants is the best flying.
Sure. Well, besides magic carpet flying with Lennox when he sings to you.
Oh, well,
that's gonna happen.
What a beautiful moment that would be.
Yeah. Better get that in before Sunday. When everyone dies.
How are we supposed to do that, Victoria?
I don't know.
God.
Invite your new friend. He really just wants to be your friend. They're very charismatic fiends. They really like to chat. Which is why he's always giving you the opportunity.
Right.
So
right. That's absolutely what this is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bullshit. You haven't tried. I don't want to hear it from you, Rebel.
What? Am I missing something?
Oh, she was calling it bullshit. But, you haven't tried. You have not tried to negotiate with him.
This is true. All right, I think, let's see here. She has gold armor. She does have a belt one, so let's...
Did order the Arcana Loft mini before I knew we were even going to do this show. So I cheated and got him pre-painted.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. Well, it was,
I'm meant to read
you can tell it's,
try that.
It's cheaper,
Right,
but,
right. Let's get that out of here. There you go.
But I figured, actually, of all NPCs, he should probably be one of the ones that I paint, because, you can't truly kill a fiend unless you kill them in their plane, and you're not doing it this time, so, but I didn't think that through. Did not think that through.
Well,
maybe I'll paint over it.
Oh, so I noticed when I was looking at Ileana's stuff to see like what she would have for Sunday. I noticed that last Sunday, a couple of days ago, I actually was using my 20th level Ileana.
Oh.
So it's a good thing that we didn't go into combat. Else I would have like just completely like have pulled something out and been like, and you would have been like,
so
excuse me.
Yeah. That is great, Ileana. Do you actually have access to that ability?
Yeah.
Or are you losing your mind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You do have the
I noticed on Sunday, I was like, why is the Vorpal sword in here? Why is that? I need to take that out of my attunements. Like, that's unnecessary. I don't have that anymore. That was only for the brawl. And then today, when I was looking, I immediately went to the 20th level one and realized, but I remember this is the one I opened on Sunday. Yeah. So I deleted that one since I wouldn't probably be using her again. or at least,
Yeah.
at that level. And
Yeah. So you make
20th
it that
level might
far.
look a little bit different,
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Absolutely. I I know I said this to you before, but it really just, not that this was even like a, oh yeah, see, I'm glad I put that down there because I'm totally dripping. Not that it matters, not that it was anything that needed to happen, but it really just warmed my DM heart that you
the
ended
cloak
up
of
taking.
displacement.
Yeah. It's like,
I'm so glad. It just felt right. It felt like the right thing to do.
Yeah. So what does that do again? I don't even remember. It makes you harder to hit,
yeah,
right?
It makes you harder to hit. It makes you seem like there are like two of you in the space that you're standing.
Okay.
So attack rolls have disadvantage.
Oh, sweet.
But if they still hit you, even with the disadvantage, the cloak kind of doesn't work until the beginning of your next turn.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
So as soon as
right.
they pierce through it.
Mm-hmm. So if they succeed, then when they attack, then they won't, or if they attack for like a second time, they'll be able to hit you.
I got it.
They'll
better chance. They don't have
not a disadvantage,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it could be super helpful.
Yeah. Absolutely, especially against a spellcaster whose to hit, I'm sure, is not as good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, super excited to use that.
Yeah. See, things to look forward to.
Sure.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Right. Yeah. Oh, God.
If I could whistle, I would whistle that.
What is like this mini? I chose this for Ren, and it has the hugest like pack on its back I've ever seen. I don't know. Let me see if I can.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like see that huge, for those in chat, see that huge like. God, why can't I like not like do this right?
Yeah. Are you mirrored? Stephanie, is that what's going on?
Stephanie, like I don't know.
It's okay, Steph. It's okay.
Right there, it's like this pack on its back is just humongous, and nice. I don't understand, but here I am painting it. It seems like something that needs painted. It's definitely a design choice.
Love it. So did they pick out their minis, or did you kind of?
They did not. I totally just went on Amazon and found like the best ones that I could.
Yeah.
I checked other places too, but like at the time I was kind of wanting them like in a week's time because.
Oh sure, yeah.
We had went from unexpectedly kind of from Fantasy Grounds to actual battle maps.
Yeah.
And they possibly had a battle coming up the following week, so I was like, I need to get these like pronto.
Fast, yeah.
So yeah, I just picked these up and just went with the best I could find that kind of represented their character on Amazon.
Oh sure.
Yeah. So most of them are like Reapers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I had thought really hard about doing that for you guys because you can't really see all of the detail on the minis, but then I was like, ugh, I don't want to, as a DM, I always like to, at the end of the campaign, give a little DM gift.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't want to go through painting these like crap minis if I want that to be my DM gift. So then I was like, oh my God, I'm getting paint everywhere. I need to drop them off. I was like, oh, well, I might as well just do it now, and I thought a year, like the 1 year time frame seemed appropriate. I know you're committed now. So Dan, not quite dungeon tiles. It's actually going to be the grassy area for Sunday's fight, but what I don't want is for the white to really show through on the green. And the green I'm going to be layering in more of like, we'll do a little bit of wet first, but then it'll be more of like a dry brush sort of situation. So I just don't want the white to show through. And right now I'm trying to get the gray in between the cuts so that you guys can see the grid a little bit better. That's the hope anyway.
That's the hope.
That is the hope. That is the dream.
kind of co-op that on there.
The grassy knoll. Yeah. Oh, Barath. Yes. Grassy knoll. Speaking of grassy knolls, so totally off topic from painting, but several months ago, like back in the spring, I actually finally started watching The Umbrella Academy.
Oh yeah.
And I won't spoil anything. Don't worry, no spoilers. But I was watching an episode, and my husband came in and just like, "Oh, what is this?" I'm like, "It's The Umbrella Academy. I've been trying to get you to watch it with me. You wouldn't do it. I finally just broke down and started watching it out." Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, then he started watching it. And he's like, "Oh, this is kind of interesting. Maybe I do want to watch it." I'm like, "Okay, that's fine."
God.
You know, so this is like, one of the top annoying things about being in a relationship, right? Then you have to wait to watch the show with them. And then we waited and waited and waited, and just probably 4 weeks ago, we finally got into watching it. So I had to start over with him, which was fine because it was really good. But we are now 2 episodes away from the end of season 2.
Ooh,
So
I still have to watch season 2. So, but I've heard only good things, only amazing things.
Yes, yeah, good stuff. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I kind of have to be
so
like in this kind of like mindset to watch things, and so I just haven't been in like that. Like, I want to start the Umbrella Academy season 2. I did start Community.
Oh, nice!
For the first time. I've never watched it so far. It's funny. It's cute.
That is on my list as well.
Kind of, it's a very nice kind of like, non like drama, like,
Yeah. I'm rewatching The Office right now because I needed something like the Community in my life. But that's another one of those that I started watching, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll watch that with you sometime," and we have not started it.
Right. Clearly, we see what the problem is here. Yeah. And it's not you.
Yeah. Now, granted, we can only, with me traveling all the time right now, we can only watch so many shows, so our show watching is slowed down. But still, I have a whole damn list of things that we were supposed to get through.
I don't think
I'm gonna carve out a little bit more out of here.
Has any brown on him? Yeah.
The styrofoam is interesting because it's like the little styrofoam beads that have been pressed together instead of like a more solid piece of styrofoam. Yeah. So every once in a while I get like an entire bead that just comes off. Yeah, sure. They look like little pebbles. Sure.
These are bugbears I have.
Oh, it's leaving Netflix soon? Okay, well, thanks for the heads up.
What's leaving Netflix?
The Office.
Oh.
I've never actually watched the second half of the final season. I just never got around to watching it, so I will get on top of that. Thank you for the heads up. It's good, Barath. It's funny. Season 2 and 3 are probably the best ones, but it's good stuff.
You know about The Office?
Yeah.
Yes, I love The Office. I loved it up until after Steve Carell left, and then
that's the season I haven't gotten through yet. Yeah.
Plus, it wasn't gone on long enough to where I was like, oh, all right, I don't need to.
Yeah. Yes, you felt fulfilled in their stories.
Exactly.
Lines, so,
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of The Office, I was having a little side chat with Emilio on Sunday night's stream, and we were, talking about the Ileana Lennox storyline. And we were, he was saying this is going to be the 3-season will they won't they with Ross and Rachel. And I'm like, it's not quite I'm like, or it could be The Office, and and Lennox is Pam, and Maeve is Roy. So we had a good laugh at that. And then he actually pointed out it's probably more akin to Ileana is Holly, Lennox is Michael Scott, and Maeve is Jan. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we had a really good laugh.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that our story fodder could, be, could propel conversations forward like that.
It was such a beautiful moment. And actually, after it's finished, Lennox does a roll, and then that's when Amelia sent one of the messages about it, and you can see on the. It's when I like almost choked on my water.
Mm-hmm.
That was I was like reading it because I was like, oh shit, we were having a good laugh about Jan. Just a good laugh about how Jan definitely had sex with her assistant that made that CD.
Oh my gosh,
Hunter.
That was a great. Oh my goodness.
I'm like, that was such a Maeve moment too. She would totally be like jamming to
the
music her lover made.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Okay. Oops.
I feel like
Did you ever hear the It's the Office song? No, I haven't. Should I look it up on where? Should I look it up? YouTube?
Oh yeah. For the most part, yes. A good portion of that are either Bones or Reaper minis. Oh, I don't know. Jonathan. And welcome, Vundaba.
Let's see here. Oh man.
Yeah, you might have to send. I don't know how that's set up, Hap. You might have to send the link to like, or post it in Discord.
Oh yeah, put it in Discord. Great call, Steph.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Moondava.
I think, I was actually going to try to, like, maybe adjust my camera, maybe get a little bit closer look. Maybe.
Sorry, y'all. This is, first
This is
stream.
a work in progress.
Yeah. Really, I mean, this truly is just so that Steph and I, one, can get our campaign prep out of the way, but two, that we can just hang out for a couple hours.
Yep.
Shoot the shit.
It's important.
Yeah,
it's important.
It is important. Well, whenever we're together, like on stream, it's always serious D&D bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't.
Yep. Absolutely.
I don't really want to say more, but I think I need to.
Okay. So I think I'm going to.
Or cutthroat board game shenanigans. That's true. I can know, friendship is out the window when we're playing board games for us.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. We can't have any of that nonsense.
No. I am still so salty that you won on a technicality with your bullshit love story.
Hey, it wasn't it was a beautiful story.
Yes.
One that is canon now.
Yes.
And yeah, I think that we can all. Oh, you know what? Tag Nabbit. I was going to get a gem from like the Dragon's Hoard to bring back to make sure that we had something for Dirk's lover to look at. Oh. And I completely forgot. Forgot. Although Ozaris has a bunch of gems, so maybe
she does.
Maybe Ileana can like be like, maybe you should get those appraised. Although Ileana will probably not know that she has gems ever.
No, well,
so,
she's
Giuseppe, yes.
Yeah, Giuseppe and Dirk Nuggins. That's right.
Fundaba asks, will you be mounting that foam to some form of backing board, Victoria?
Oh, I will be. I'll probably use some foam core once we're done. So I am trying out some new techniques. Some of them I found on the internet, and some I'm making up as I go along. And if it works out well, then I will get it mounted and probably use a little nicer material next time to replicate them. But right now, because I don't know if it's going to work, minimal investment, right? Hedging our bets on whether or not this is actually going to work.
Right.
So, but yeah, I will want to mount it, because when I use it on stream, we've got these nifty little Lazy Susans that we put the board on so we can turn it for everybody, and I don't want it to be, flimsy on the edges.
Yep.
Yeah. Plus, it's got to be able to support a single tree.
Just one tree.
Just one tree. Which I felt I was being very generous giving you.
Yeah, no, I would agree. Agree.
You're out in the plains. Then I realized that I probably shouldn't have given you a tree, because that means now I have to craft a tree. But
well, okay, so a little bit of a problem in opening these up for the first time. It's probably something I should have done beforehand, but we're struggling through it.
Hey, it's fine. We'll be better prepared next week.
Right.
It's fine.
Right. My hands are just a painter's just, yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, I remember, I don't know if you had to work with any oils in college, Victoria.
Only under duress.
I just remember, like, just clothes. Like, all of my clothes in art college had oil paint on them.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything. My comforter on my bed would have oil paint, because I was painting in like a small little dorm room.
Yes,
if I wasn't painting in the studio, in the classroom studio, because you would get it somewhere and it wouldn't dry for like hours, and so then you would sit on your bed. It's on your comforter.
Yes.
I would like scratch my face, and there would be oil paint all over my face.
Yes. Oil paint and I were not really friends. And I only used it when it absolutely was required.
Absolutely.
Actually, as much as I enjoy using watercolor, we're not friends. Watercolor does not want to do what I want it to do. We do not have an understanding.
I haven't worked with it all that much. I love the look.
Yeah.
But that's what digital is for.
Exactly.
If it wasn't for digital, I would have I'm just like, nope. I do like chalk pastels. That's like the one like medium besides like acrylic that I have a at least decent experience in.
Yes, same. Chalk pastels and charcoal were my
charcoal too.
Yeah, they were my non-paint loves. They just are so forgiving, and they layer so beautifully.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta clean up a mess while this is taking a second to dry. I got paint all over. I think it's acrylic paint, so I can get it cleaned up pretty easily.
Let's do that. Oops. Oh, let's see. Here's those.
Maybe you can join me for Fall Guys on Friday. Oh, yeah. Definitely do that. It'll be lots of fun. I haven't played Fall Guys, and I've only seen a little bit of it.
Oh wait, I'm not. This isn't in my camera correctly.
You doing all right there, friend?
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out how to keep things in camera.
Oh, yeah. Well, I cheated this time and started with something big, so that I wouldn't have to worry about it as much.
I zoomed in a bit and I brought the camera a little bit closer, so should be doing better.
Oh, me too, Half Donut. I was also just gifted Among Us, but I have not gotten to play yet. Sorry about the paper towel ASMR. The one time I wear my apron is going to be the one time I don't get any paint on me, but I get it everywhere else.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. Just need to get out of here. Ooh. You know, I was going to do black in the in between, but now I'm wondering if I should do like a cool like bronzy and brown for like dirt instead.
Ooh, I like.
Okay. Let's see here. What do I got? I have a raw sienna. Okay, let's get our options and then we'll go. My super organized way to hold paints. My shame is now all over the internet. It's fine.
It's okay. I think most of mine are just like in a tote bag.
Oh, yep. I have actual metallic bronze. Maybe that'll be fun for something. All over the LaCroix can. It is. Oh my goodness, my poor LaCroix can. That's a family heirloom.
That's a shock. That's shocking.
Yeah. You know, I'm usually so delicate with my LaCroix. Oh, I just have a paintbrush. I just ran the paintbrush. Might as well pull out the greens while we're doing. My shame.
Yeah.
My shame is all over the internet. It's fine. Yeah, that is a good quote. I've got it.
I mean, I think you know, being on the internet as long as we have, all of us, like we all of us have had some kind of shame, you know.
Yes.
Facebook reminds me every day of past posts that I'm just like, oh man. Okay.
Well, yeah, it's unfair that we grew up with Facebook, so therefore, like, so college and beyond is on the internet, and we never knew that our parents were gonna get onto the internet. How are we supposed to know that they were gonna be on Facebook?
No, yeah, exactly.
Had I known, none of that shit would have gone on the internet.
Exactly. We didn't ask for this.
No,
the universe gave it to us.
That's right. But also, I just want to say, how many artists actually keep all of their paint like perfectly organized?
I don't know of anyone.
I'm sure there's probably a handful of them, but there are anomalies.
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Right, let me just put these big fellows back here.
Oh, Rebel, get out.
Oh. Well, he's the one in a million. I do have like an aesthetic, like all of my paintbrushes have, I always buy the ones that have like black, right? I like everything to be black, so all of my stuff is black.
I am not nearly like, no, that's great. That's great.
I do have the set that I love, and it has like a really dark green instead of black, which annoys me. So I have to keep them in the little case that they came in, so that it's black.
So you can't.
So I don't have to see it. I was going to
say you don't have to see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Too funny. Yeah, all of mine. I mean, these my smaller brushes, all Or even those, they're two different packs, so they're two different colors. So.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do?
See? Yeah. Home Depot toolbox. I know some of you came in a little late. Yeah, but as you can see, I'm using I use my old coffee cans for water and shit. It's so funny the things that I'm like anal about and the things that I'm just like whatever. I'm just using whatever's around the house. You
really have to pick your battles. You can't.
You do.
You cannot be that way about everything. And so some things. Yeah. You know, like naming your files on your computer.
Or naming your layers within a document.
Right.
Or having those said layers in sub layer folders. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's preposterous.
It's like, like for my notes that I had for my journal that I had for Kaylin, I had everything. I mean, like it was fairly organized. I think the last few sessions I didn't get around to, but for her, and but yeah, I had it like, you know, places, people, things that Kaylin knows, things that she's researched. Do I have that kind of organization in the rest of my life? No.
No,
absolutely not.
No way, Jose. No, it's like so funny. It's you know, I go down to our workroom to work, and down there I am like extremely organized. Everything is on calendar. Like everyone knows what I'm working on. They know, like I have all of my tools organized perfectly. Everything has a place, and all of the other like seamstresses and woodshop people that work with us, they're all so impressed with my organization skills, and I'm like, yeah, only here because you have to see it, and also sometimes use my tools. That's the only reason it looks that good. Okay, do we want to go burnt sienna or raw sienna? Oh, here, let me get them into the burnt sienna's much darker.
Yeah, are these for the cracks?
Yeah, the cracks. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say burnt sienna then.
Okay, yeah, I think so. Yeah, copper is 2 red, and burnt umber is 2. This is like a green undertone, which I do not want. Okay, burnt sienna it is. Who's Caitlin? Burnt all the way. Oh, good.
Oh my god. Dan. Madward streams.
GTFO.
Oh my god. Just wait.
I know we can't tell you to GTFO and you're
I know I said that Ileana would do anything to revive Linux. Now I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure.
Yeah. That's that mess. You can go to the college and wait 3 to 4 months to get back. Yeah.
Oh no, Steph. You done it to yourself, Madbird streams.
Yeah.
Which thing? The Kaylin thing. You said, who's Kaylin? I'm offended. Go to your room with no supper.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, hey there, Shattered Tabletop Games. Welcome. If you've been here for a while, sorry I didn't see you earlier.
Didn't see you there.
I didn't see you there. Well, I have my Twitch hidden. Just have chat. Right, gotta find a better spot for this task lamp because it's blinding.
A little bit lower here.
The crap out of me.
There we go.
We don't have a TVMA, so I can't say the thing I want to say.
Oh no, wait, what are you, what's happening here? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Rebel had originally said it.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, so
okay,
Elzaris and Lennox are on the chopping.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, standing by the statement I said earlier then.
Yeah.
You know, Lady Kim is a noble leader who should be found and rescued and brought back whatever she's going through. Aw, thank you, Half Donut. Uh-huh, sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, well then maybe Linux off the chart, you know, yeah, okay.
We'll
all right.
TBD.
We'll see about Oxaris though. If Oxaris goes down, it's it's done.
Yep.
Well, Nice to have her around while she was here, I guess. It's fine. J.M. Reedy. That's actually kind of sweet. I like to think that we as a collective are Kaylin.
Aww.
We are all Kaylin.
We are all Kaylin.
Okay, don't use past tense there, Madbird Streams. Is.
We is all Kaylin? Is that what?
No. He said she was a kind soul.
Oh, I see. We is all Kaylin. Yeah, checks out.
We is all Kaylin.
I'm just like, oh man, chat. It's only Tuesday. That's like Friday talk.
Alright, I'm also going to learn like how to hold my hands. So like, I'm going to get one of those fancy like mini holders that I can paint, you know?
Oh, you are fancy. You know what I use is that earthquake tack, and then I put it onto something I can hold.
Oh, that's actually a very good idea. No, I'm just sitting here like holding it with my fingers right now. I said that would have been a good idea to get like a little thing like that, but that's also, I've never heard of earthquake tack.
Well, you know, it's that poster tack, you know, that you would use to put a poster. Yeah. I just happen to have some of the like earthquake grade stuff for when we lived in California, and you had to stick stuff down.
Okay, yeah. No, that's also a good idea. And actually, I've seen other people do that too, now that you mention it. Or I mean, getting a fancy contraption that's like $40.
Look, if I'm not even going to pay for a special thing for my water.
Why would you need a special thing for your water, though? Like, that seems excessive.
Yeah. Well, you know, want to look professional. Them ground shocks? No.
Professional? Who's she?
Yeah. Look, if there's an art supply store that wants to sponsor us and give me special water containers, I will use them. But until then, it's my Illy Classic coffee bean blend. I think this is going to take a couple of coats. See, this is what happens. I thought maybe I could just wash it into the cracks and it would be nice and dark. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. I've been concentrating it in one area. I'm going to move to other areas and do a little bit, and then I'm going to change it to a slightly darker version of the color to make it look like I purposely did different colors. You know,
getting fancy.
Well, it's more of I realized now doing it that I'm going to need a darker color, so make it look like I intentionally switched colors mid paint.
Understandable.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Madbird. How lovely that sounds.
Why does this keep like, I keep having to like adjust this camera?
Oh, you know what I realized we didn't talk about stuff? We literally just said we had to do it and then forgot all about it. So if anyone remembers, back in June, we had a little fundraiser, and one of the giveaways for the fundraiser were these postcard art prints, which I think several of you in chat actually got. But we have some left over, and so we're doing like a little, like a fire sale. So when they're gone, they're gone. But essentially, if you want this little 5-pack of art prints that also double as postcards, it's going to be, can someone, Dan, you're in chat, do some work. Will you do the postcard command for me?
Yeah, we're a little busy, Dan.
Yeah, hands are full. If you do 500 bits, you get a pack of the postcards, and for every 250 you do on top of that 500, we'll add another pack in there just to help cover the mailing costs. But they include a print of Steph's fantastic artwork of The Forsaken, of Stormfall. We have the Her Majesty, or what does it say? I don't know. I know I made it, but I don't remember.
Her Majesty?
Her Majesty? Yeah, the Thaxel Queen art. And then the 2 romance novel covers. Which we now know. We didn't know this at the time, but we now know that Maeve is on the front of one of them. Don't you shake your head at me. You could have known a long time ago, but your little boy toy didn't want to fess up. I need just a little bit more before I can switch colors.
Is this the smallest? So yeah, I think I can get a smaller one.
Oh, Tasha, were you there? Aw, thank you, Rebel. Picking up Dan's slack.
Yeah, well, someone has to.
Yeah. So have you painted a lot of enemies stuff? Like, or really just, I know you said you just started, but are you planning, I guess the question is more, are you planning on doing like NPCs and stuff?
I mean, I have bought, I kind of went a little crazy and I have 36 minis that are unpainted.
Amazing.
So yeah, most of those are, just some, certain creatures that they might come in contact with or have come in contact with that they'll come in contact with again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so definitely going to be painting some monsters as well.
Sweet.
As well as sometime working on my own battle map stuff.
Yeah, I figured I actually need to be better, better planned and start doing them randomly, like the NPC bad guys and the monsters.
Yeah.
So that way my players can't cheat and tune in to see what I'm painting this week.
Oh, this is true. That's true. That's true. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Got to keep you on your toes. But you knew the Akarnaloth was coming, so.
Right. That we did.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I honestly didn't. I didn't expect him to be coming, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
but we know this week.
Yeah. I do know this week because I was trying to be kind and let you have a week to plan, which you guys are, doing a great job so far.
I have my pocket spa. I mean, that's the answer right there.
Yeah. Pocket spa is always the answer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who was that? Was that Steven who was talking about how it was almost cheating that Maeve got that in a crossover and she's now given it to someone in another campaign? It was like
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Jamie, 36 minis, enough encounters for their Forsaken for the next 5 years. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah. But some of these are going to be group, because you need some, if you have a group attack, you need enough.
I'm just going to do one at a
No, there's not a rink of wait. Maybe? I don't know. I don't think so. Unless I remove tiefling horns from one of the characters. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't think that I have a Rinka mini specifically, no.
Oh, Shattered Tabletop really likes the amount of green you've got.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't even gotten a look.
That was the base coat for Ren, is some green. So that will be covered up a little bit, but he does have a little bit of green going on with his outfit, so.
That's the one bummer is that I can't actually, I mean, I know I can look over onto stream, but I actually don't see really what you're working on. It's not in my peripheral. I'll have to go back and check it out later.
We can, we might work on getting a better quality camera too for this. Keep an eye out on that Best Buy. that I didn't do the last time they were
Oh,
in stock.
yes. Well, here's what I'll tell you. You should, pro tip, because they'll lock in the price for you, but they don't charge you until they have them back in stock. You should just go and put it in your cart and pay for it. And then when it comes back in stock, they'll charge you and then just send it to you.
That's a good idea, honestly.
Yeah. I'm just full of them today. I'm going to use up all my good ideas before the end of the week, and then you guys are going to be screwed on Sunday.
Is there many of that dope-ass cranky shopkeeper favorite? Oh, the old guy? No, I don't have an old man mini, but I'll have to look into some. All right.
Happy with the spread of skin? I think I am.
This is actually very close to his hair color, but I think his hair color is mostly covered up by this weird cap that this thing's wearing.
Right now. So I realized it's gonna be, in between colors, I would just get up and go rinse it, but that's not really an option. I have to get some like wet wipes or something for in between colors. Oh, it is foam. It's some really cheap pressed foam. I'm trying a couple of new techniques, so I thought I would do it on some cheap foam and see how it turned out. So it's I don't think it's gonna drip. So yeah, it's like literally just styrofoam that I cut the grid into so that you would get more definition. So right now I'm just trying to layer in the color in the grid, and then when we're all finished, then I'll actually put the grass color on top. Or at least that is the hope.
There will be a Kazoo Mini if someone ever gets back to the campaign. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No shade there.
Shade. So much shade.
No shade there.
And under the shade, they're throwing salt all over the place. Yeah. I gotta get a drop cloth that's small enough for this area. Except for I guess you're doing more delicate work. You're not like slapping shit. Like me. It's like, are you just doing this right over here? Yeah, but I guess
I don't need like a drop cloth or anything. It's just,
I don't know. Even when I do minis.
And plus, I already have like some paint on you can probably see it maybe on the camera for those watching. I already have some white paint on my standing desk here. So. Which honestly I could probably, although it's nice to have a little bit of height, though. I don't really use the standing part anymore.
It's so satisfying when you get that little ring of paint on your like on your little thing, and you can just peel it off. Oh, yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
No, that was like the best thing about using acrylics, and using the plastic paint boards, and then getting so much, just because I'm always a heavy paint user. I always get more out than what I need, and just peeling it off once it dries off.
Yes.
A show has been renamed to Steph and Victoria's Slapping Shit.
Look,
I mean, it could be. It could be. I wouldn't be upset about that.
Yeah. I'm down to clown.
Yeah, I don't have too many, I haven't ordered any, good NPC minis. It's all, things that they could fight.
Yeah. I would probably order more of them that, are the smaller ones if it was an in-home campaign, but since we aren't, I'll probably use. I have a bunch of minis from Critical Role and things like that. Different things that I've started.
Yeah.
So I'll probably use those for just everyday enemies, and I'll probably only buy the big ones. So if you guys battle a giant or a dragon, things that you're really gonna see the detail of.
Yeah, I think that's fair for sure.
Look, I know I look like I live a lavish lifestyle, but I run my own company, so therefore I'm self-employed. I can't afford minis all day, every day.
Oh no, yep.
Mm-hmm. We'd probably get an unintended audience demographic. Yeah. I think Steph and I are being on our best behavior. Y'all are the ones that are making this need a TVMA.
I mean, is it a surprise dance in the chat?
I know.
What I wasn't, wasn't expecting much less.
Yeah. The bar can only be set so high.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So, fight an armored grizzly bear with pink bows. It can happen. JM Reedy, it can happen. I actually have said bear mini right here with me. No pink bows, but we can make it happen.
Oh man, I wish someone had polymorph and we could just polymorph that Iconoclast and like into like a rat.
No.
Or
a chicken?
A chicken, yes.
Mm-hmm. And then you can have a little pet chicken.
Although I guess that only lasts for so long, but if we kill the chicken, then
it goes back to being the...
Oh, you're right. So that would probably only like just tick him off more, huh?
Well, yeah, but I mean, you guys, I guess you don't know that. I guess you could roll to figure out like how and why he attacked when he attacked, but what would happen? I better look this up. What kind of damage would he take if you put that chicken into Artemis's cage and then he came out of polymorph in the cage?
It's just a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. That is something you would do. Not you specifically, but you
right,
people.
Right. Yeah. It's a very Pepino move, I feel like.
Yeah. Pepino, for being a wizard, barely had any damage spells. He was all about making friends and...
Yeah. I don't think Linux has too many damage spells either.
He has some, but they all seem to do... Like, when you guys were in that race fight, I was running like half of you.
Yeah.
I was looking at the spell op, the spells that we had available to us, and I was like, you guys, you have nothing. You are not diverse at all. You really need to get it together. Another Jinx. What? Oh, chicken. Someone said, oh, I see. Jam Brady's a chicken. I was like, I'm really into painting my dirt at the moment. I'm sorry if I'm missing stuff in chat. Oh. It's like, why is it so quiet? It played one song and then stopped. Are you sure that's gonna work, Rebel? Are you sure your stabby stab is gonna work?
Oh.
You pissed off your warlock friend.
Yeah,
You gonna really rely on her right now? Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
I know. Y'all are falling apart. Ileana's wings are turning black. Elzara's lost an eye. You're being chased down by a fiend who you stole shit from. I mean, really.
Yes.
When at your TPK funeral, I'll play I Did It My Way by Elvis Presley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know. I mean, that's the only thing that can be said. They would not be told what to do. Will not follow the conventions of other parties that have come
Conventions? What's that? Who's she?
Yeah.
I don't know her.
Yeah.
Minx works. I guess. I mean, I guess it depends on like if you're asking about like if you paint minis. It would be how much time you spend painting them.
Yeah.
I would definitely just kind of, if you're just starting, just kind of come up with like how long you think it's going to take you to paint the mini, and then maybe kind of go off that, like with an hourly rate to yourself, whatever you want that to be, and then also like look on like Etsy and those places to see like what the market is looking like and what other people are charging as well, but don't undersell yourself.
For sure. And as part of that hourly rate, do not forget your supplies. I mean, obviously you're dividing them out by, because you're not going to use all the supplies at once.
Exactly.
But they are a consumable item. They need to be counted.
Yep.
To add to Steph's point, don't be afraid to say no if people don't value your time.
Oh, absolutely.
As an artist. I don't, like for every mural job I do, I end up turning down like 3 because they just don't understand how much work it is.
Yeah. Oh, but yeah, here's my budget. Can you work with that? Nope, because I've already given you my price. And that's what my pricing is, so...
Yeah. When they come back with a different budget for me, I'm like, okay, well, I can certainly do something for you, but it's going to be like this. And they're like, well, that's not really And I'm like, well...
Yep.
Paint costs money. Brushes cost
money. Yeah, no problem, Minx works. $1 million, yes.
1 million, yeah, sure. I mean, look, if I got $1 million for these kind of jobs, I'd just be buying some Hero or Dungeon Dwarven Forge.
Oh yeah.
And then
Yep. All right, let's see here.
It's like the gray really likes to stick. See, we're learning things, everybody. The gray really likes to stick on the styrofoam, but this brown wash is not wanting to stick as
It's not having it.
No. Which means I'll have to use, I won't be able to thin it out as much, which means I'll have to use a ton of paint.
I'm gonna have to get a little squirrel for Ren since he has Pip.
Oh, yes. So while you guys are making your minis.
What? Like right now, bro?
Like is
like
it an
at this
emergency,
moment,
or is it? It is so.
Oh, it's a picture of Nova.
Aww.
Blessed. It is so important. The most important thing in the world.
Oh, quick! Stop the stream.
Bless Nova.
Aww.
Alright, so I might... Oh, let's see here.
So speaking of familiars, I decided to make Maeve and Hero Forge while you guys were making yours.
Ooh,
yeah. And I'm a little disappointed they don't have a stoat or like a weasel or anything for Horatio.
So what form are you going with? Like, are you making all of them, or?
Oh God, no. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time for paint all that shit. No. She usually sticks to her autumn form. It's the most reasonable, personality-wise. And it's the one that most of her followers know. So I figured.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I've already started, like, I decided I would make Horatio as because, you can add familiars to your mini.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided I'd make him as a squirrel and then just try and, like, manipulate, like, add to it so that it looks less like a squirrel and more like a stoat.
Oh, yeah. I've thought about that for some things. Be like, maybe I can, like, try and, like, work this on my own.
Yeah, I'm actually going to try, of all things. So for Elzar's eye patch, I'm going to try some of that shrink-eating plastic and make some small pieces to make that, like, unique eye patch thing and shrink it down and see if I can get it too.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. You guys will be here with my guinea pigs. And
I wonder, and maybe you've seen, if you've done some research, I wonder if, because there is a modeling clay that dries on its own that you don't have to bake. So I wonder if, like, that could be used. Like, you have to mix a couple of compounds and work with it really quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would maybe be another option too.
That's a great idea. Yeah, I had thought about something like a modeling clay at first, and then I was like, well, it's going to be so small and fiddly.
True.
I thought maybe if I could do the shrink-eating, even though that's, like, it's still going to be pretty small, at least I can get it to maybe shrink down to the right size. We'll see.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Rebel. I've got several, like, plan B, C, D. We're going to make it happen.
All right.
I thought I was going to have to do that for Jules' aviators until I went back and looked, and they have aviators on Hero Forge. And I was like, you little shit. Because he was like, they don't have glasses. So I thought I was going to have to make him glasses.
Yeah, no one's got time for that.
No. I did get specifically some mirror finish nail polish so I can put them on his aviators.
Nice.
I'm very excited about it. Why does it keep stopping? What's going on?
Oh, I actually opened up one of these paints without making a huge mess.
Heyo.
Congrats. Learning process. That's a lot more yellow than what I thought it was. Oh, that's so weird. That's such a different color than what... Like... Okay, that's a little off. Well, like, this yellow is supposed to be a yellow ochre, but it's totally not.
Oh.
I mean, it's more of a... It's a very light yellow ochre, I guess.
Oh, sure.
Not quite the...
Is it the brand that's kind of like, do you think that's what it is that the brand is misrepresenting the color that it is?
I feel like that it's not quite like as like, it doesn't match really the tube, and also, like, I know yellow ochre and that it's definitely not like normal yellow ochres, but they do have a deep yellow ochre, so maybe this is more what I'm looking for.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Nobody got time for ochre. Look, sometimes you do need it. Oh, I realized I cannot sing the songs that are on, or else we'll get in trouble.
All right, so their deep yellow ochre looks more like a normal yellow ochre, in my opinion.
Oh, geez. Well, what happens if you need to get deep with your ochre? You're gonna have to do it yourself.
Yep, gonna have to mix that myself. I think we could all use a little bit of deep yellow ochre here and there, you know?
Yeah. Such a rich addition to our painting lives. Okay.
It's looking good. How
Oh,
is it? How is it
thanks.
looking to you? Like, are you
Well,
digging what it's doing so far?
here's what I'm digging.
Okay.
I think I have more of this material, and I think I'll probably use it to make a dungeon tile at some point because I like this sort of variation that I'm getting that almost looks like stones.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think I'm probably going to end up going back into the cracks and going with even darker brown with a very small paintbrush
Okay.
after I put the green in there because I feel like I don't know if you probably can't see if I can get it close enough to the
Yeah.
you can kind of see it, but I'm seeing a
Yeah.
lot of white still, but I think
Yeah.
now that I see it on camera, it's not nearly as much white as I'm seeing in person.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm glad I did the gray underneath of it so that the white isn't going to be so white.
Yeah.
In fact, maybe let's get a little crazy. Let's pop out some green. Oh, I sound like Bob Ross.
The LaCroix is setting in, y'all.
The LaCroix and the fumes, the dangerous combination. You know what? I'm just gonna change palettes because I don't want to have to clean this right now. I'm all about reusing things, but I go through so many freaking paint palettes. I'm so rough on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I try and clean them, but after a while, they just, they build up. And,
Yes. Yeah.
They could probably make a really cool art installation. They're so covered with just life. I need my.
Yeah, I've had to throw a couple out before because of just doesn't work. This doesn't work after a while.
Very limey. Okay, so we'll start with. Okay, I'm looking at my moss balls to determine. Okay, I'll use that as the base. How is it? So this is the first time you've used these new paints, right?
Yes.
How is it going on compared to just your own?
They do see, and of course I am putting some slow dry blending medium into it.
Okay.
So it is a very thin texture. So not that gloopy. But yeah, so far so good.
Nice.
Seems to be covering nicely.
I can't wait till maybe I should break into mini tubes. A little further down the road and they started refining our skills so that.
Oh yeah.
Especially in our techniques and the stuff that we're using,
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. Right, I'm breaking it as a new one. Oh, raw umber. That's different. What's that fucker's green? I might have to get a little caddy for my paint so that way I can just pick it instead of having it everywhere. I can't just leave it out on the table.
Right.
That streams. So.
Mm-hmm.
So these are colors I'm using. much brushes. Like that. What's wrong? What did you run into?
Oh, and just, you know, since they're a little bit different than like what my pictures are of them, the minis are, so I'm having to be like, okay, well, what do I want to make? What do I want to make this?
Yeah.
There have been several minis that I've seen on Amazon that I was like, I don't have any like plan for them to go up against this, but this just looks like a cool mini.
Yes. Yes.
The huge like dragon ones or the beholder. There's some really nice ones.
Definitely have a mini wish list going.
Also, at one point, possibly try to make maybe a couple of my own using like the modeling clays that. But we shall see. I did a little bit of research into it when I was looking at these, but I was like, well, let's like get those for like we'll get that down the line and then just go for things that I know will turn out okay without spending like countless hours on like minis that because of my skill level and I hadn't practiced in it would look like crap. So
that would be lots of fun though. I'm already thinking like maybe not that you're ever going to get into a fight with or well maybe you could get him to be an ally. Making Javier the tree ant would be amazing.
Yes.
Or even the unicorn ponies.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about getting some of the clay, like just to kind of start with and do like bigger stuff, like crates and that sort of thing.
Yes.
First, and then working, you know, smaller and smaller until I get a better handle on what I'm doing.
That's a good idea. Oh, you know what that would be great for? Because I actually get a lot of my crates and things like I do a lot of shopping at the Dollar Tree for my terrain.
Yeah.
And like for the faux foliage, they everything's a dollar. So it's great, you know, because you can tear it apart and you don't feel bad because you didn't spend a lot. But that modeling clay would be great to put like small wares and fruits and things inside the crates, like if you're in a market. It's a great idea. Collaboration at its best.
Yes.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, you can definitely. Oh, I'm so glad that I kind of carved out the lines.
I'm liking that green color. Very nice.
Thanks. This is the first one. I figured I'd just start dark and work my way up, and then put a little brown on it. What I'm excited about is that if this works, that means I can bust out some terrain in, you know, like an afternoon, you know?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I actually normally work with like that really fancy styrofoam and acetone. I use the acetone to like melt through so that your lines are a little bit cleaner. But one, I didn't have any acetone in the house. And two, I was like, well, I have all this packing styrofoam. I guess I'll try it.
Yeah, absolutely. Seems to work. Seems to do okay.
It's all right. We'll see how it holds up. But...
yeah.
But to Vindava's point, you know, putting it on something a little sturdier in the back is I never thought to, I don't know why, but I never thought to paint my minis like as a group and just have them share the color that I have out. I don't know why that never crossed my mind. That is so smart.
I try. I really do. It makes the process a little bit slower because you're not working as quickly like on one mini, but
sure, yeah.
Also, I feel like it saves me some just like having to like pour out more paint, and pouring out the same color several times. I mean, granted, I'll probably have to like when I go into details, like get out these colors again, but at least get the bases down.
Sure. My problem, what my problem is that I never mix enough paint of the color. So if I'm mixing paint, I'm always, no matter, even if I try and plan ahead, I'm always a little bit shy, and then I always have to try and mix it and hit that same shade. And that never happens.
Nope.
Like, never.
Nope.
I lie to myself and say that I'm writing down how much I put in there approximately. I've tried everything. It never works out. I actually was thinking for the Obsidian Scar minis, what I might do is actually start with everyone's bases, since that's what you're going to see most prominently. So that way you can distinguish each other on the battlefield.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll go back and actually do all the details.
I like it. Yeah, I'll probably just leave the bases of these like one color specifically for that character, so that way they at least can... at least until you get a better camera setup going.
Oh, hey, Ghost Owl. Welcome.
Hello. Hi, hello. Hi there.
Yeah. Well, what I did was I like the softer rim instead of that sort of like hard shift into the rim on the minis. So that's what I did for everyone. And the nice thing is that it creates this almost like this slightly separate rim around it. So that way I can have that be your bright ass color.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can have like your sort of like unique aspects as part of it.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll work out. I'm hoping that it. Okay. We're getting there. Maybe you guys can just fight in this tiny little square. Can you keep your fight?
Yep.
And then I'll just be done.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Everything's going well today, Ghost. Hopefully the same for you. What did I do with that? There we go.
So it was cold here on Sunday. And I know when I say cold, it was 80 degrees, but it was rainy and dark, right?
Yeah.
So it was, it was cold for me. So I made chili.
Oh, nice.
I know. We watched football, even though it was painful. And then last night, I made like proper fried chicken. And so tonight, I'm like, we're having leftovers because it's just the two of us.
Yeah.
And he's like, so we're having fried chicken with a bowl of chili. And I'm like, get over it. I don't know what you want.
I mean, that sounds honestly kind of good.
I know. Like, what do you want?
Yeah. I wouldn't be upset about that, for sure.
Yeah. I'm excited. Some Umbrella Academy, some fried chicken, and some chili. Before Cures tonight. I'm so excited to be back. Oh, I've missed them.
I know. You guys have had quite the absence.
Yeah. They are... The last time we actually played was when we were stealing that yacht on... in the Obsidian Isles. So we haven't even gotten back home from the crossover.
Yep. Nope. Might need to actually mix these two together.
My gosh, if they're gonna go back and save Kaylin, does that mean they have to go back to the islands? Figure out of that coffin?
No, I think that Dan has them moving somewhere else. I think they're somewhere else
Oh,
in the world right now.
nice.
So,
Nice.
um,
You wouldn't make it that easy that you would know where her
oh
body
no, of
is.
course not. Of course not. No, no. I mean, according to what he's telling the group, is that it's going to be a while. So they have to track them
Don't even
down.
try.
Don't even
Yeah.
try. Yeah, it was kind of chilly here too, I think, on Sunday. I think Sunday was like I think it was Sunday. It was either Sunday or Saturday was like the first day here that I was like, wow, I'm actually like chilly in the house and not because of air conditioner.
Right.
You know, and you could just tell that it was getting a little bit more fall outside. So
Oh, well, you live in like fall country. I
yes. Yeah.
do miss my seasons.
Yeah, chilly, I think it was maybe in the maybe high 50s here.
Oh, geez. Wow. It does get that cold here, but not until much later.
Oh, no, Stephanie, let's not do that. Most of the minis I ordered are, of course, plastic, but there are a couple that I've like ordered that are metal.
Oh yeah.
And just because they were the best fit, and I'll like be used to picking up the plastic ones, and all of a sudden I'll pick up the metal one and be like, "Whoa, God!"
Yeah.
Okay.
How is it painting the metal minis versus plastic?
I mean, it seems about the same. I mean, I put a kind of a white base coat on it.
Yeah.
So I'm not painting directly. I'm not painting the color directly onto the metallic, but makes it a little bit easier, I think.
Sure. Yeah, I would think that the primer is like a necessity.
Yeah.
I've got to get my wireless headset set up because I'm going to end up putting so much paint on these earbuds.
On your cord?
Yeah, on my cord. It just keeps rolling onto the paint palette.
I honestly just had the same like predicament where I was like, yep, that's yep. Yeah.
Just need to get that Bluetooth thing for and then I can use my AirPods, and then I won't have my glasses get stuck in my headphones.
All right.
Yeah.
A lighter color here. How do I want to do that?
This is a really good test to see how it's going to look on camera before, game day.
Oh, yeah.
Because then I can tell how much or how little detail to put into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really is going to be so much different for you than if you were here,
Yes. Yeah. I don't think that's the color that I wanted to use.
Good call, not burnt sienna, guys. Who knew? We're learning things about the world. We now know that this world has a clay-based soil in the center of the island.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it looks like now. Oh, man. Forsaken, they have about as much battle as Obsidian Scar, right?
It's very rare.
Yeah.
It's very rare.
Yeah. I honestly feel a little bit bad because I know there are a couple of people in the Obsidian Scar that would like a little bit more combat. It's your own damn fault, though.
I mean, I kind of went into it. Stephanie, why? I mean, I kind of warned them. I mean, I think there's been definitely less battle than what I probably told them in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Personally, I just hate putting in battle just to put in battle, like just to be
Yeah.
oh, you're. I mean, it's different. Like if they're traveling
Yeah.
and they run
Yeah.
into stuff because like you're out in the world and you're
Yes.
walking, but like to just have like stuff just randomly pop up, like kind of makes my eye twitch, and
Yes.
so I'm just like, hey, like, and sometimes like I'll roll for like I've rolled for a
Yeah.
few encounters where it just doesn't hit, like I don't roll
Yeah.
well, and so I'm just like,
Yeah.
okay, well, nothing, you don't run into anything, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you guys have been incredibly lucky on Sundays. I roll a d12 and on an 11 or a 12, it's an encounter, and I think you've maybe hit an 11 or a 12
yeah,
2 times,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
So much for my world seeming super dangerous and
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting because I feel like that like also like well I haven't like had them run into anything. There's been several times where I've been like, listen guys, if you do this encounter, someone's going to die.
yeah,
Like
yeah. Yeah.
one of you is going to roll over because they almost went against the mage college, like they were considering
Yeah.
just going in there, and I was like, you have like 15 level wizards in there, and y'all were like, they were level 3 at the time, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're talking about like going into like this bugbear army that's invaded this city, and I'm just
Mhm.
like, all right, well,
All right.
if you guys,
That's
like,
a choice.
just so you know, just so you understand,
Yeah.
that's all I can do. Yeah, so.
Yeah. I mean, samesies. I know that you guys haven't chosen the time or place, but I felt like I gave a lot of prior information about that Arcana loss that I'm like, look, he is nothing to be trifled with.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, for sure, for sure.
You trifled. You done trifled.
We done trifled.
Kind of your, I actually was thinking about it. It's like the, earmuffs if you haven't seen Critical Role season, campaign 1.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of like your Rakshasa.
Oh yeah,
you're kind of, it's there and it's going to keep coming back until you deal with it. I know I posted that TikTok for you guys, but I cannot wait for those moments where you actually go back and do all the stuff that I had planned for you at lower levels, where you run into that stuff, and it's going to be so easy for you.
Yeah.
Because, at that point you'll be level 18.
Be so good. So
good. So efficient, like fighting with each other with strategy.
Oh man. Do you really think that's possible?
I don't know.
Do you really think that's possible?
Really, I know the things that you guys have at your disposal. So when I was like, it wouldn't be a bad idea to plan, I wasn't thinking everyone just tell everyone else what they had to do. I was thinking maybe they'll actually work on some strategy. Oh, silly Victoria. Of all the campaign, it's funny, of all of them, I think we actually have a really good strategy with the Kiers group when we get into combat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because like, Maeve has that thing as an Eladrin that you have to make a roll every time you try and hit her with a melee attack.
Yeah.
If you don't, you have to pick another target. And then Marcon is extremely hard to hit. So they get into battle together so that it forces the bad guys to make hits on Marcon, which like won't ever land,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I haven't really been a part of any groups that have done that.
It was actually, that was one of those things that we figured out mid-battle, like in RP, that we could do that. And it just sort of became our thing. But yeah, it's been, there's only been one other group that I was a part of that we were actually pretty efficient at, you know, like we knew who was going to get hasted and we knew like who could do what, which I don't understand. I mean, seriously, everyone, you're traveling together as adventurers. You would think that one of the things you would talk about is like, how do we deal with fighting monsters?
Right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a reasonable thing to assume. Nice and green. Jeez, Victoria, you've only had to refill your palette like 100 times.
Oh, we're getting close. It's like 3:50.
Oh my gosh, is it really?
It really is.
It's been so much fun. I haven't even been paying attention. Well, while we finish painting, do we have any like announcements?
Oh.
We won't even have to do it on screen. You know, we'll just.
Right.
But,
Yeah. I don't think that we have anything other than us. Other than this.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think we have anything like new going on.
No.
Other than possibly a character death on Sunday. We'll have to see. We'll see what happens.
TBD.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's completely wrong.
What? What did you do?
No, the wrong... Okay, well, that's one tick against the castle paints. They work really well, but there are some colors that are a little misrepresented. This color is completely... I don't think I can even... I don't think the camera's even good enough, like, to pick up, maybe, like, the difference in color. If you look on my...
Oh,
like, this color compared to what's there...
Oh.
Is very, very different. I'm not even sure that that's a raw... That's not even a raw umber. That's like a...
No.
Yeah. So...
Oh, no.
So we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah. So, one thing. Anyways. Sorry. That just, like, took me by surprise when I put some out. I was like...
Hey, look. You're gonna be the guinea pig, and then, you know...
Yeah. But otherwise, I mean, the paints themselves are fine. Yeah, so no, I don't guess, like, new announcements this week, other than, you know, of course, like, you know, if you're looking ways to support, we have our Patreon that's still going on. We had the postcard thing that we were doing for this stream. Yeah. And then, you know, of course, we have our D&D stuff. Mondays, Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and Tower of Dreams at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturdays. Mad Art with Steph on Fridays at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, and Madbird Plays on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
Man.
So much.
It really makes us, when you say it like that, and between the two of us, we are on all of the streams, it makes it sound like we don't have a life.
No, see, like, yeah, I mean, this is, yeah. This is my spare time.
Yeah, exactly. I love how not only is this our spare time, but we've made a stream specifically to just show off our spare time that wasn't already on the stream.
Exactly. Because we need another medium to, like, showcase stuff.
Any excuse to just, you know.
Oh, and then you have Dan, who sometimes, I don't think he has a set day for that, but he sometimes gets on and plays, like, Paper Mario and does some Switch gaming.
On the Switch.
So that's kind of, like, pops up here and there.
Yeah, that's exciting, because he just got the new camera to do that, right?
He did.
That's exciting.
Yes. Wow, okay, so do I have... Did you give me a dark brown then, or am I going to have to create my own? Which, that's fine. I can definitely create my own freaking dark
well, make enough. Don't get 2 tile squares short of
I mean, I
dungeon.
I can definitely do this.
That is a very D&D way of saying that you're not very smart. 2 dungeon tiles short of a dungeon. Okay. So if you are thinking about doing this style, the sort of pressed bead situation, you will definitely want to have something underneath of it because
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it soaked through? Was that it soaking through? Oh, wow.
Yeah, but you know what? I think part of it, though, is where my box cutter cuts were. I tried not to get all the way through.
Oh, okay.
But I think some of it, I think it's mostly because of my box cutter cuts. But
it's looking wonderful, though.
Oh, thank you. I think maybe I'll let it dry and then do some layers on top of it. But I think even, add the little stones on there.
Yeah, I love it.
One tree. Yeah.
I love it.
I think it'll turn out great. My gosh. Okay, I'm going to slide the chat over so I can see the minis you worked on. Let's see here.
I love it. Well, yeah, they're very hodgepodge right now with the different colors. I guess probably the one that's the furthest along is probably Tegan. He has some brown going on.
Oh, nice.
And my fingers are just like, yeah, look at that. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. Next week, hopefully I'll have something worked out to where I can hold something under them and not be holding the mini themselves.
Yeah. Toaster tack, my friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll work out perfectly.
It'll be totally fine. Totally fine.
I'm going to turn off my task lamp. Sorry, it's going to get a little dark, guys, but I can't keep staring at it because it's, I have to have it pointed a certain way and it is breaking my eye. What are you going to do?
Oh, man.
Gosh, well, I would say that's a pretty successful first stream.
Yeah.
You got a lot accomplished. I didn't know I was going to be able to. You make me so productive. I don't get distracted by like YouTube videos,
Right.
And,
right.
Yeah. Take it.
Nice little productive 2-hour time slot.
Yeah.
Where it gets some shit done. Absolutely. All right. Okay. Well, I think that's a good place to stop. Thank y'all in chat for hanging out for a bit. We appreciate it. Check Curious Lament tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Varoth, we tried to derail you, but stayed on target. Thank you. Yeah. We tried.
You can try again next week.
Yeah, you can definitely try again next week. But yeah, if we see you for Curious Lament tonight, if not, then we'll see you later on in the week for other stuff going on. All right, so adios and bye-bye. Have a good day today.
Bye.